The Clash of Kings, nature's ultimate predator's narrator, the natural world is a crucible. A stage for the oldest, most ruthless drama, survival. Across scorched earth and frozen peaks, apex predators reign, their dominance forged in blood, muscle, and relentless instinct. This is not a story of balance, but of absolute power. A constant, brutal equation where life is the prize, and failure is oblivion. Witness the true architects of the wild, the hunter and the hunted, the warrior and the usurper, the moments where the line between life and death is a razor's edge. A grizzly bear challenges a pack of wolves. A crocodile ambushes an unsuspecting zebra. A snow leopard vanishes into the void, and two massive elephants clash for the right to lead. Prepare yourself. These are the epic showdowns that define the wild. Get ready to face the untamed. The Arctic ghost, the wolf pack's domain. The vast glacial silence of the Arctic tundra offers no mercy. Here, every calorie is a treasure, and every shadow can conceal a killer. A lone musk ox, a fortress of muscle and shaggy fur, grazes, its ancient defense strategy, the ring formation useless without the herd. But the silence is a lie. A flicker of movement on the horizon. A gray wolf, the vanguard. Soon, the entire pack materializes a seamless silver tide of relentless hunger. They are not merely hunters. They are a perfectly coordinated military unit, moving with an eerie, synchronized grace. Their breath plumes in the sub-zero air, a visible tally of their shared resolve. The wolves circle, testing the perimeter. No wasteful effort, just pressure. The musk ox, a living tank, attempts a futile charge. The pack knows its endurance is finite. They shift, feint, and dodge, preserving energy for the final critical strike. A low growl passes through the pack, the silent command to engage. A devastating bite to the flank. A second wolf drags at the powerful legs, attempting to destabilize the great beast. The battle is one of will versus overwhelming numbers. The ox bellows a desperate cry, but the icy wind carries only the echoes of its fate. Its massive head swings, trying to connect, but the wolves are too fast, too persistent. Fatigue begins to set in, a creeping paralysis. The pack converges, a final brutal surge. The ox stumbles. The fight is brief, savage, and absolute. In the end, the wolves do more than eat. They reaffirm their title as the ultimate survival machine of the frozen north, marking their territory with the scent of victory. Jungle ambush. The anaconda's grip, where the Amazon's heart beats loudest, the air hangs heavy with menace. A huge caiman, a relic from the age of giants, lies motionless at the water's edge, its scaly hide indistinguishable from the mud and roots. It is the river's unquestioned executioner, possessing a jaw strength that can shatter bone. But even the executioner has a weakness. From the black depths, a shadow unsticks itself from the riverbed. The green anaconda. Not a hunter of speed, but of pure, suffocating power. 40 feet of coil and crushing force, capable of weighing over 200 kilograms. It moves with terrifying invisibility, a muscle-bound ghost waiting for its opportunity. The caiman, relying on its armor and its belief in its own invincibility, is too slow to react. The anaconda explodes from the water, a violent surge of green and black. It is not a bite it seeks, but the embrace of death. Coils wrap around the caiman's body, a vice tightening on stone, crushing the air and the life from its massive frame. The caiman thrashes with primeval fury, its powerful tail whipping the water into a frenzy, its jaws snapping on empty air. But every struggle only tightens the anaconda's hold, triggering the immense muscles to contract further. Own groans against muscle. The caiman's last reserves of air are squeezed from its lungs. This confrontation is a duel between two ancient forces, and in this watery graveyard, constriction is the final, deadly victor. The silence that follows is more profound than the battle itself. The rivals, the great cat showdown on the rugged, unforgiving peaks of the high mountains. Two great, solitary hunters meet. Two massive male pumas, mountain lions, silent, spectral kings of their domain. This clash is not about hunger. It is about territory and the primal right to all within it, a genetic imperative to dominate. They circle, low to the ground, their massive paws finding purchase on the sheer rock face. Every movement is a calculated threat, a loaded spring ready to release. The tension is a physical force, tightening the air between them. A low, guttural snarl echoes off the canyons, a sound of pure, unadulterated aggression. One male makes a feint, a sudden burst of lightning speed. The other recoils, claws raking stone. The fight erupts a whirlwind of tooth and muscle, each strike aimed not to wound, but to kill. They tumble down a short incline, a cloud of dust and displaced rock, momentarily losing their footing, but never their focus. The stakes are absolute. Mating rights, hunting grounds, survival. The smaller, older male, bleeding from the shoulder, knows he is outmatched in strength, but not in fury. He finds a moment of weakness, a lightning-fast bite to the ear, and retreats, a tactical concession, a retreat that costs him everything. The victor stands panting, chest heaving, his powerful legs braced. His roar of triumph is a defiant declaration against the vast, indifferent mountains, a warning to any who would dare trespass. The chieftains stand, elephant power, the earth trembles. A deep, resonant rumble precedes them. This is the collision of true giants. Two colossal African bush elephants, their ivory tusks polished weapons, their frames mountains of muscle. This is the clash of the chieftains, a primal test of leadership. A young, ambitious male, driven by must, challenges the ancient dominance of the herd's matriarch protector. It is a necessary brutality. The order of the herd, the very safety of the vulnerable calves and females, depends on the strength of its champion. They charge, not with grace, but with earth-shattering power. 2 tons of rage meeting head-on. The sound is like thunder striking stone. Their massive heads lock, tusks grinding, a sheer contest of brute, uncompromising force. Dust erupts in a blinding, golden cloud, obscuring the violence. The younger bull has speed and reckless abandon, attempting to maneuver with agility. The older bull has a lifetime of strategic fighting, leveraging his immense weight and momentum with terrifying precision. He pushes relentlessly, focusing his incredible strength. The ground beneath them is scarred and ripped apart by their struggling feet. The outcome hangs on which will break first the tusk or the will. With a final desperate heave, the younger bull is driven back, his flank exposed. He trumpets a sound of pain and submission. The victor steps back, his authority re-established through an undeniable display of power. In the world of giants, strength is the only law, and its enforcement is brutal. The herd is safe, for now, under the protection of the reigning monarch. The silent assassin, Grizzly Bear, wolves the scent of blood draws all predators. A massive grizzly bear, a solitary king in the Alaskan wilderness, has claimed a salmon carcass, a feast of necessity before the brutal winter. His sheer size, nearly 1,000 pounds of raw, unbridled power, is usually defense enough. His claws, as long as a man's finger, are devastating weapons. But hunger overrides caution. A pack of timber wolves, lean and desperate, emerge from the shadows of the forest. They are opportunistic, patient, and supremely clever. They know they cannot win a head-on fight, but they can wear him down, one strike, one distraction, at a time. It is a war of attrition. The grizzly rears up, a terrifying column of fur and fury, roaring a challenge that shakes the trees. The wolves dart in, snapping at his massive hind legs, and retreating before the counterswipe can connect. They are a blur of motion, frustrating the bear's single-minded rage. The bear pivots, a lumbering dance of death. He secures his meal beneath his weight, prioritizing the prize. He must defend and eat simultaneously. Every paw print is a testament to the savagery required. He uses the terrain, backing himself against an ancient root system, reducing the angles of attack. The wolves press their advantage, but the bear is a fortress. Finally, the sustained onslaught proves too costly. A wolf lets out a yelp of pain, a clear sign the balance has shifted. The pack recoils, assessing the damage. The bear stands victorious over his kill, his breathing heavy, steam rising from his massive form. In the end, the solitary, devastating power of the grizzly holds the line against the cunning of the pack. The phantom of the peaks, high in the remote, airless void of the Himalayas, exists a predator of myth. The snow leopard. An animal so elusive, so perfectly adapted to its broken cliff face habitat that it is almost a ghost. Its long, thick tail acts as a vital rudder, balancing its leaps across impossible chasms. We track a female, moving with liquid stealth along a cornice of jagged rock. Her prey, a herd of blue sheep, barrel, grazing unaware far below. The descent is a masterclass in calculated risk. She disappears against the mottled rock, her coat rendering her invisible. Then, the drop. Not a run, but a controlled avalanche of power. She covers impossible distances in a single, silent bound, landing with cushioned precision. The sheep scatter in terror, but one is already marked. The leopard adjusts her trajectory mid-air, a perfect example of biomechanical mastery. The confrontation is momentary. A flash of claws and a powerful bite to the neck. The struggle ends not with a sound of panic, but a sudden, violent silence. She stands over her prize, a queen in the harshest kingdom on earth, having executed a feat of engineering that defies logic. She is the ultimate master of altitude, the phantom who claims life from the very air. The final dawn, the battle lines never fade, the tension never truly breaks. This is the uncompromising truth of the wild. Every creature, from the largest elephant to the smallest wolf pup, is connected by this brutal, beautiful chain of life and death. From the crushing silence of the tundra to the humid chaos of the jungle, the laws are written by the swift, the strong, and the relentlessly cunning. Dominance is a temporary crown, always contested, always on the line. Every moment is a razor's edge. Every victory is earned through a terrifying calculus of risk and reward. Who will be the next to claim dominance? Who will falter and become merely a memory in the earth? Only nature decides. Only survival matters. Don't miss the next chapter in the epic encounters of the wild.